All right, there's Marty.
Now everybody can hear you.
Oh, Cindy.
Happy Shabbat. Your kids, Marion's head is too funny. I was playing guitar last night late at the water.
Oh, yeah, nice.
You know what? Steve is such a cool guy. He said, "Oh, we go together to the Saturday night concert, the Blues and Kate." They said he couldn't make it today, so he had his friend get me a ticket. His friend runs all the blues programs in Dulwich Wednesday.
Very good.
Nice enough, Steve.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, we listened to
We had a good conversation
we
yesterday.
listened to the music list. I don't know if his wife doesn't like to go with him to concerts.
Oh, no?
I'll go. Have the Alabama Blues Club.
Yeah.
Marion on keyboard.
And the jam sessions.
Oh, we have to, yeah, we have
3
to,
minutes.
we have to book those events. Kitty jam session. Free guitar lessons. Oh, you know what Steve said? He plays the djembe. He's gonna bring it to the podcast.
Oh, good job. Good.
It's quiet, so I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's like, now it gets hot here.
Yeah.
Now that it's hot, it's not, now the heat's working. It's fun. I think we really should have some group lessons with Nicole. Morris Epstein, I asked where you were. I didn't miss you.
Hi, Rabbi. Hi, the Shabbos.
Maybe before I go to Israel today, tomorrow, last opportunity for a week. I will be broadcasting from the beach, so not on a Friday. Saturday. I can't do it Friday night Saturday because it's 1:30 in the morning and it's 5. I can't. It's 1:30 in the morning. So. But I may be able to tune in and see Marty.
Sure.
5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this fedora, Mo? See, people seem to like this fedora.
Looking good.
You know, I took a picture last night for Facebook, the men's club. I wish you could come, Mo. Looked like I was the leader of a mafia group.
Pretty sharp, Rabbi.
You know, I watched what Julius wore on for Easter. He wasn't rich. Yeah, that's a dinosaur. I know. Do you figure the dinosaur palace? Do you ever go mini golf? Do you guys can mini golf at that dinosaur palace?
Not yet. Waiting for these ones to get a little bit older. I think, right around when William was born.
That's right. You want to wave? You can wave to everybody. Say hello.
Oh wait, do you have to be in front of the speaker, Marion? I don't know. Can people hear her if she's not in front of the speaker, Scott?
Yeah. it
Up
might be a
until
little
like the
quiet.
Does it
third
pick
or
up
fourth
from the
row.
back one?
Up until the third or
Back
fourth
one's
row,
not
that's when
up
it gets
there yet.
quiet.
We'll put that up tomorrow morning. I forgot I needed a special screwdriver.
Sure, buddy.
Wave to Mo. Wave to Cindy.
Hi. Hi.
Shabbat shalom.
Anyway, the weeks are counting out to our bonfire. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of on Zoom too for you guys. Since it'll be a shorter version, and it looks like my birthday thing at the Wheatons will be on the second weekend of July, Saturday night. So.
I've got one right here.
Hey Mo, I wonder if you like these old songs that we perform. I have to send you a list of the songs we perform at the Old Lyme Senior Band. You probably know a lot of these songs from the 50s, and I don't know. It's just I'm not that familiar with them. I'm trying to get more. I really never thought I'd be playing Engelbert Humperdinck on the guitar or Beauty and the Beast. You like Beauty and the Beast, Mo? I don't know. Some of you like Beauty and the no.
Okay, some of them, yeah.
What about You Are My Sunshine? They did that at Bernie's funeral. I never knew. The guy never told me. I always loved to play it. He never told me. No one ever told me he loved You Are My. Did you know he played banjo? Someone told me.
No, I didn't know.
I don't know. He never put a banjo in front of me. Okay, we're going to begin in 1 minute. Pray for me for the Middle East peace today, as it was. And My sister took a picture on the beach that everything's calm, so.
Good.
So I had a nice talk with your son today with Jeff, so
He
gotta
told
have-
me.
he's gotta take me to Alaska. I want to see the rest of Alaska. My father never took us on the cruise.
Get to see the big woodchucks.
Yeah. I saw the school of fish, but that was cool. That was, I remember Mo, my father said, "Oh, we're going to a special, the captain's table, whatever." I had fancy salmon there, so I don't know. My father made a big deal out of the fancy
Yeah,
salmon.
well, it's good salmon.
Captain's table and the cruise.
I was there 22 years ago. It was nice.
Well, that I've been to 2 cruises in my life. That one and my father took us all to a cruise. And what happened over there to like the shortstop yesterday. Whose shortstop broke his wrist? Oh, the Atlanta Braves shortstop broke his wrist yesterday. So my nephew was playing basketball and he broke his wrist on the cruise.
Oh, boy.
And mother was so sick she never came out of the cabin the whole cruise. So listen to this. My brother told me yesterday. He's coming for the wedding the day before. His wife doesn't like Arab cab drivers because last time she was in Israel, cab drivers said he didn't like Jews. So my brother has to pay for a private driver. So my son-in-law will not have to go into a cab that might be Arab. So how do you like that, Mo?
Yeah, well.
What do you think of that?
What are you gonna do? This is the way it is.
Arlene, I'm glad you're on. I'm gonna stop off after the service to your house to get the note.
Rabbi, I just taped it to the front door.
Okay, I'll pick it up
Yeah.
after service, 7:30.
Thank you very much.
I'll put it in next Thursday. I'll be at the hotel Thursday
Okay.
afternoon, so
Thank-
maybe I'll
thank-
take a picture of me putting it in.
Have a great trip. God bless you.
Should I put it in the men's section or have a woman put it in the women's section?
Your choice.
You can pick a spot.
Depend,
Okay.
Rabbi, depends how you're gonna dress.
Well, I've got quite the outfits, let me tell you. I was at Boscov's today. Oh my God, what a store in Meriden. Everything seems to be my size for some reason, Mo. I don't know why. I've never been to that store before, but hi, Lori. Everything's in my size. I love it. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, so
Hi,
Stephen,
Rabbi.
Lori, welcome. Counting down to after I get back soon for your bonfire. So I got a whole bunch of bonfire outfits at Boscov's today.
I
so.
hope it's cooler than it was today. We were worried about it
You
getting
don't like
warm
it?
enough. Now I don't think we have to worry.
Well, you don't like 98, 94 degrees in April?
Crazy.
I'm schwitzing. Everyone's wearing t-shirts and shorts around the area. Okay, let's start with bim bam Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 ba da 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 bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam. Everyone, Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat.
Shabbat. Shabbat. Shabbat. Shalom.
Hey, Shabbat, Shalom.
Shabbat. Shalom. Hey.
Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
Shabbat. Shalom. Hey.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 ba, ba, da, 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 bim. Bam, bim.
Bim bim bam. Bim 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 bam.
You know what? Next Friday and Thursday, I will be in the city of David, Jerusalem. So we're going to sing David Melech. We'll do 2 versions. David Melech Yisrael. Chai chai v'kayam. 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 And then my favorite from David Melech from Shlomo Kabach. David Melech, Melech Yisrael, David Melech, Melech Yisrael, David Melech, Melech Yisrael, Melech Yisrael, Chai v'kayam, Yiman Siman Siman Tov, Mazel 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 Tov, Yehi lanu lechol Yisrael, Amen. Siman 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 Tov. You're not dancing, Mary. Mazel 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 Tov. Yehi lanu lechol Yisrael. Amen. 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 Yismachu Hashemayim. The heavens rejoicing, the earth is glad. Everyone is happy on this gorgeous day. 256. Yismachu Hashemayim. Everyone. Yismachu Yismachu Hashemayim. Yeram Hayam. Yeram Hayam. Yeram Hayam. Umelo. Yeram Hayam. Lifnei Adonai kiva kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yamim v'emunato Adonai malach tekel haaretz yismachu yim rabim. Psalm 97, page 256. We who love God hate evil. We protect the faithful in this special light that we have in heaven for us. Or zarua lahat tzadik ulishrei lev simecha. Or zarua lahat tzadik lev simchu tzadikim baranei v'hodu l'zecher kadsho mizmor shir l'Adonai shir chadash ki niflaot asa. 256 to 258. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, lishpot tevel b'tzedek, v'yamim v'meisharim, Adonai malach yigzu amim yoshev kruvim tanut haaretz. God is enthroned on high. The earth quivers, the nations tremble. Tanut haaretz. The earth is trembling because of God's power. We praise God. As we bow, I can't believe I'm saying this. I said L'Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim on Passover next week in Jerusalem. We're going to bow towards Jerusalem where our prayers go. The Lord our God is holy. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtakavu l'har kashor. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtakavu l'har kashor. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. A Psalm of David, very majestic. We rise, page 260. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai B'nei Elim, Havu l'Adonai Kavod Boz, Havu l'Adonai Kavod Shemo, Mishtachavu l'Adonai Behadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al Hamayim, Ela Kavod Hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et Arzei Halvanon, Vayakidem Kmo Egel, Lebanon Vesiryon, Kmo Ven Reimin, Kol Adonai, Chosiv Lavotesh, Kol Adonai, Machil Midbar, Yachil Adonai, Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai, Yechol Elayalot, Yachsof Yerod, Uvehechalo, Kolomer Kavod, Adonai, Lamabul, Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai, Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz, Leamo Yitain, Adonai Yivarech et Amo Shalom. Marion, I remember when my daughter was your age, I took her to BJ's in New York. Hi, Trudy. And they were dancing to L'chad Dodi. And I see you getting rid of your dancing shoes for L'chad Dodi. 262. And this was the tune they used. L'chad Dodi L'kerat Kala. B'nei Shabbat nekarbela, L'chad Dodi L'kerat Kala, B'nei Shabbat nekarbela, L'chad Dodi, lecha dodi likrat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Ishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem multiferet v'letila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha mirosh mikedem nesucha sof maseh v'rach shama tehila lecha dodi lecha dodi likrat kala. Yaminu small tifrotzi, Veta Adonai taritzi, Al Yadish ben partzi, Venismecha v'nagila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, V'nei Shabbat nekabela, Lecha dodi likrat kala. We rise, Bo'i v'shalom teret bala, gam b'simcha u'tzahala, toch emunei am segula, Bo'i chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Maybe seated. Arlene, you're up. Psalm 93 on page 269.
Okay. Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.
The Lord is King, crowned with splendor. The Lord reigns, robed in strength.
Set the earth on a
Sure
sure
foundation.
foundation. He created a world that stands firm.
His kingdom stands from earliest time. He is eternal.
The rivers may rise and rage, the waters may pound and roar, and the floods may spread and storm.
Above the crash of the sea and its breakers, awesome is the Lord our God.
Your decrees, O Lord, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity.
Mikol mayim rabim adirim mishparayam adir b'amram Adonai Edo techen molevedka nava kodesh Adonai liorech yamin.
I know.
I'm going to do the art sites here that Dini gave me for this week. She's not on, but we have her grandfather. We have Larry Cohen, Sam Feldon, Ben Glassman, grandfather to Dini Weiser, Bessie Gordon, Roz Plotkin's mother, Bessie Hurwitz, Connie Hurwitz, Sadie Jachter, remembered by Frank Jachter, Bessie Cantor, Beryl Leifer, remembered by the entire Leifer family, David Liebman, Isidore Mintz, Ludwig Rosenbaum, Hendy's father, Ronald Scott Rosenfeld. There was the Chemerinsky family, Morris Schuster, Susan Siegel, remembered by the Schwartzes, Sylvia Sklar. I remember being at her 100th birthday party a few years ago. That was wonderful. Remembered by Tina and her family, Sam Solomon, Stephen Stegg, and Evelyn Stern. I spent a lot of time with her when I first came up here in 1995. Anyway, that's the list that I have. Does anyone have any other names to add? Okay. We'll invite all mourners and those observing your site. Please rise for the Kaddish on 268. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yamad Yivrach Yerutei, Yamlich Malchutei. V'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Bagala u'bizman Kariv Yimru. Barach Bishkabach Bar B'Trumam V'Naseh. Yitadar V'Yitaleh V'Yitalal Shmei D'Kudashah. Leila Min Kol Brechata V'Shirata. Tush B'Chata V'Nechamata Damiran B'Yama V'Yimru. Yehi Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Yal Kol Yisrael V'Yimru.
Amen.
Amen.
Shalom b'mamav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael b'marav.
Amen.
So this week's Torah portion is Shmini. On the 8th day, they dedicated the temple. I was listening to Rabbi Kramer from Breslov talk about this. He was the most influential person on me, 1977, in the Breslov Yeshiva in Jerusalem. And he was saying that 8th day, 8 represents eternity. What we study in this world will stay with us for eternity. And what should we do in life? How did he memorize all the Kabbalah from the Ari, every single word? He said this in the lecture. Marianne, he said this. He said, I don't believe in wasting time. A lot of us, as my mother said, we're busy with Narishkeit, right? In life, we have so many classes here that a lot of you here attend, and we try to do our best here to make people educated. And I think that's a goal of a rabbi in a community, is to raise the level of people's knowledge in the world. I mean, everyone has good teachers, some people that aren't so good in your life, but whether you have good teachers or teachers that aren't so good, the important thing in life is to grow as a person. The way we can understand God better, I believe, is through our studies. We have different routes, right? We have a class in Agadata, which is folklore. It's not the deep thought level of Talmud. Then you have Talmud, right? That's what I grew up studying for 3 hours a day. That develops your mind, certain thinking patterns, trying to understand life. And then we have Kabbalah, which is a more mystical approach to looking beneath the text. Then we have conversational Hebrew. We have talking in the Hebrew language, which was spoken many, many years ago and hasn't been spoken since 1948 again. Then we have how to live an ethical life. Then we have our history. We can learn different lessons from that. But I think every one of us in our lifetimes, I think many of you here that are at the service have spent a lot of time trying to find a way to educate ourselves and to learn how to help others. After all, I think our mission is to try to help others, right? A lot of people are suffering in this world, and it's our ability to help others. One thing I learned in this week's Torah portion is we talk about Aaron. Aaron, he was Moses' brother. He didn't get the acclaim that Moses did. But what did he have the ability to do as a Kohen? He had the ability to bless people. As we continue today, go to Israel every single day at the Western Wall. People are allowed to bless every day because we're not in America, we're in Israel, the holy spot. So I think that lesson from Aaron is that we should also find a way, even if we don't descend from Aaron. I don't, it's only my mother's side, doesn't count. But even though we're not like Aaron, we should still try to be like Aaron. We should try to find a way. Treaty, you're in a field where you get to do this every day. We have an opportunity to bless everyone and help uplift them. And if there's anything in the world, I speak to my sister before she went to Israel on the other day, is her goal also as an EMDR, a trauma therapist, the head of the team in Connecticut, is every time there's a disaster, she's out there trying to help people. I asked her why she decided to do that in life. She said it was a calling. That's what happened when she was in college. She saw all the strife in growing up in New York, and she wanted to be of assistance to people. So we don't have to be a therapist like Trudy, my sister. We don't have to necessarily be like Aaron, Marion, but we have to try to be the best version of ourselves. Because when God calls us up to the next realm, he's not going to say, Dan, how come you weren't like Miriam? He's going to say, why weren't you the best Dan that you could be? And we have to answer, I tried, that's the best I could be with what was given to me. So in life, I believe that we have to just do the best with what we have. And we all can learn from each other. I think the best teachers in life are what we learn from just observing around us. Any comments on that, Trudy, as a therapist? What do you think the number one situation in the world is right now? People not being heard or listened to, or you said before there wasn't enough funding for certain programs for help for people?
I think there's a lack of empathy and love in the world. And love.
And love, yeah. Okay, I agree with that. Scott, do you agree with that in your dealings every day in school and with other people in classes that you and Dan teach with other people every day?
Yeah, that agrees. There's a big division and disconnect. Everybody's got their cell phone in front of their face and they're on with friends who aren't really there and they don't have to interact with the world and they don't have to interact with the community that they're physically in. They can just jump on their phone and be part of a group that they don't even see.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you one thing. I was speaking to a family member. I'll close with this, and they were saying, "Oh, I don't have any friends, and the groups I go to, the class I go to, people are much younger. I can't socialize with them." So I said, "You're in New York City, for God's sakes. Look at all the opportunities you have. Try to find at your age. You have the JCC with 12 classes a week." They said, "I didn't think about that." And I said, how does your sister deal with the fact that she's living alone? She says, well, one day she's here with friends, next day in Queens she's with another one, next week she was another one. So even though we may not have family, we're all connected here. All of us, some of you on the classes, some of you on Friday night, some of you on Saturday morning. But even the great Baal Shem Tov, the creator of the Hasidic movement, his synagogue was small, a little bit bigger than this. He didn't have like giant crowds at his feet. The thing is, we got to make the best that we have for people that want the knowledge that we have. And we have to make people feel like we're a group, right? Like the men's club. One last thing, like Mo, I wish you could have been there. We had 9 guys at the men's club last night. We hung around for 2 hours at Fornarelli's after Passover. It was wonderful. Trudy, your husband, was one of them. We went down, heard some music afterwards. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, we have to find out what people like, and you have some commonalities. That it becomes like a family. I mean, all these groups I'm in, the band, whatever, it's like a little family when I'm there. I see all the people every week, and we perform together, we practice together, and it's like a little group. So I think the one thing we need is actually make people feel like they're part of a little chevra, as they say, a little group in life. So that's the goal. Okay, we're going to rise now for call to worship 279, the words of Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed. Maybe you see it. Since we have a couple of people that work with Bernie on the newsletter, I went to Bernie once for a Hasidic workshop on the meditation on Shema and the letter Aleph, and he used to do it every day. And that's why Bernie just loved the Shema, because I went to that class with him. This was about 25 years ago, and it's powerful. The Shema, we hear God, the Lord is one. This is what people said before they died in the Shoah, which we have the program on Sunday for, Yom HaShoah, which I'm speaking at on Sunday at 2 o'clock at Temple Emmanuel. I will send you guys the link if you don't want to go live at 2 o'clock. And the emissaries will be there, and we'll have a candle lighting. And Ben Cooper will be there. Good old Benny Cooper, 100 years old, will be there. So please recite the Shema with me. 284, we'll do the Shema and the V'ahavta together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, Levavcha, U'v'chol nafshecha, U'v'chol mildecha, V'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh. Anoki mitzavcha hayom al vavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derek u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam liot al yadecha v'ayu l'totafot b'necha u'ktavtan al mezuzot. We continued to the end of 286. Sukkot is coming. Ooh. Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzetechem Meretz Mitzrayim V'lachem Le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. Emet B'munach, page 288 to the top of 290. Emet B'munach goes up again. We affirm that God is our God, there is no other. Does great miracles for us. Umalachuto biratzon kibalu alehem Moshe uvnei Yisrael lechanu shira simcha rabba v'imru chulam mi chamocha be'elim Adonai mi kamocha neder bakodesh norati lo doseh malechutecha rovanecha b'kem lifnei Moshe Ze'eli anu v'yamiru Adonai imlo V'nemar kivad Adonai Yaakov Ugalom yizak b'menu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chayim Hashkiveinu Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamikeinu malkeinu Chaim, one day, oh, Ashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkah shalom aleinu v'yakom Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. The rise of the Shamru 294 v'Shamru v'nei Yisrael et la'asor et haShabbat le'doratam v'Shamru v'nei Beini v'emin Israel otili olam leolam v'shamru v'nei Yisrael ki sheshet yamim asaronai et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et Uvayom hashvi Shabbat b'nafat Shabbat b'yinach Yikra v'ikra shemei Rabbah v'alamad yivarach kirutei v'amalich malchutei v'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agalav v'zman kariv imru amen yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach Barak v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yittadar v'yittale v'yittalal shemei d'kudisha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushpecha v'rachmata daminam b'yama v'imru Amen. Amina for Shabbat morning 296 to 302. Yikra vikra shmeraba, biyamadi v'rachtiru tem lichmalchute. Hayechon mechon mechon Beit Israel, b'aglav zman kariv, mru amen. Yehi shmeira v'altavorach, leolam yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitbar, v'yitrumam, v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yitala, v'yitalal, shemeir kurisha. Elam mina kol berchata v'shirata, tush berchata v'rachmata, damina b'yama v'imiru.
Amen.
Kabel tzolot uvo ton d'chol Yisrael. Kadam avon nishmai v'imiru.
Amen.
Shalom Rabba min Shemai v'chaim v'kol Yisrael v'imiru.
Amen. Say
Shalom v'imromav.
Huya Kol Israel.
V'imru, emru, amen. Yahat shalom.
Say Shalom. Say Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. Amen.
Aleinu 320. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon. Latei gdula. Kigoye ha'aratzot v'lo saman. V'kot adama shelo sam. Nukahem v'gor aleinu kich. V'anachnu korim mishachavim umodim. L'chelech malachei hamlachim. Everyone, Shehuno Teshamayim, Yosed Aretzu, Moshav Yekarov, Malmanimal, Shvinatu Zo, Gove Meromim, Hu Eloheinu, Papa Emet Malkeinu, Kakatu, V'Torah Ve'adatayim, Otat Kelim, Ki Adonai, Papa Shamayim Imal V'Al Al Kenaka V'Lechem. Kakatu B'Toratecha Adonai Yimelo Leolam Va'ed V'Ne'emar V'Haya Bayom Ahu May be seated. The second Kaddish that we do, the final one for tonight, is for all those who were killed this week, who died, that there's no one to say Kaddish for, in addition to our yard site list. So we'll invite the whole congregation to rise as one congregation to recite the Kaddish together on 3, 2, 4. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Merabah, Rama, Yivara, Gerute, V'yamlich Malchute, Hayechon, Yomechon, Hayeh, B'chol Beit Israel, V'zman Kativ, V'yimru,
Amen.
May Rabbam Vorach, Yitbarach, Mam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemir, Amin Kol,
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, Chayim,
Say Shalom.
Shabbat this week for Stratton. We have a Mishabara this week for Andy Gordon. We have a Mishabara for Rebecca Fox. We hope that she heals quickly. We have a Mishabara this week for Big Poppy, Grandma Renette, and great grandma Miss Christie. Any other names for tonight? Arlene, you have
Maxine Parrott, Elizabeth Parrott, Susan Dennis, Judy Sorka, and John.
okay, any other names for the list tonight? Okay, everyone else, we know who they are in our hearts. Misheberach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Li'imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones
before us.
help us
Find the courage to make our lives
a blessing.
and let's say Amen.
Me Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing. Refuah Shlema, the renewal.
Body, the renewal of spirit, and let us
Let's
say
say, um,
Amen.
Goldie, would you like to say the traveler's prayer for all of us traveling in the this coming week? I'll have it in the plane with me. 7:13.
Okay, and today it's especially dedicated to you, Rabbi, for a
Thank-
safe trip to and back from Israel.
Thank you.
May it be your will, Lord our God and God of our ancestors, to guide us in peace, to sustain us in peace, to lead us to our desired destination in health and joy and peace, and to bring us home in peace. Save us from every enemy and disaster on the way, and from all calamities that threaten the world. Bless the work of our hands. May we find grace, love, and compassion in your sight and in the sight of all who see us. Hear our supplication, for you listen to prayer and supplication. Praised are you, Lord, who hears prayer.
Thank you for that. We also have this week funeral on Sunday of Janice Morgenstein, so our condolences go out to the Morgenstein family. It's a double shock over the last month.
Rabbi, is the funeral going to be at 1 o'clock at the cemetery?
1 o'clock at the cemetery, yes, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock graveside. Rory McCarthy will be taking care of the funeral arrangements. And then there'll be a meal at Fresca. 2 o'clock, there'll be a Federation program at Emmanuel for Yom HaShoah. And there'll be candles lit, and our good friend Benny Cooper will be there as well, so that'll be good. So those who can come to that, I'll give you the link too when I send it out tomorrow night. I'll send you the weekly email, not the newsletter, we call it the email so it doesn't get confused. You'll get email Sunday before I leave. So Tuesday, the Talmud class will be led by Marty Hershkowitz. Friday night, I will send you the link in that newsletter. The Rosin Fay leading the service for Emmanuel, 7 o'clock. On Saturday morning, Marty will be doing the service here hybrid. And then the week after that, I will be back Friday night, God willing, in time for the service and Shabbat morning. So it'll just be that 1 week next week. So I hope I don't confuse everyone, just so everyone understands. Yeah, next week it'll be a link from Temple Emmanuel, Bethel Synagogue. So that's what that will be. Any questions about the schedule for this week? Because I know it might be a little confusing since I'm on vacation. We are going to conclude the service tonight, as we do almost every night, with Yigdal on 326. Yigdal Elohim Chai, V'yishtabach, V'yehinei tel metziuto, Echad v'yen yachid k'yichudo, Nelam v'gam ein sof le'achduto, Ein lo demur haguf, V'yeheino guf, Lo na'aroch elav kedushato, Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivera, Rishon v'yein reshit l'reshito, Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar yoreh gedulato u'malchuto shefan vuato el anashei segulato v'tifarto lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od navi u'mahabir et emunato oratem et natan Neo neman beito lo yachlif ba'el v'lo yamir dato Neo lahamim lezulato Lefevi odeas tetarenu mabit l'sof davar bekadmato Domer lish chesed, kemi hifalo, noten drasha רק rishato, yishlach teketz yamin, meshichenu, liftat machate ketz yeshuato, Meitim Michael, Berov Chasto, Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato, Meitim Michael, Berov Chasto, Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato. Remember, the time difference in Israel is 7 hours ahead. I do have full service with my phone. If you need to text me, you want to send me an email, I get it on my phone. So I'll have service with my phone. My computer will be there too. Scott was good enough to help me set up, make sure everything is in order. So for overseas, so if you need to contact me, I'm not out of touch. You know, I'm going there for a wedding, but if you need to speak to me or anything, just feel free to text me or call me or email me. So everything will be functioning in the Holy Land of Israel, God willing. Pray for peace over there and let us say.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, Mubarak. It's good to see you guys tonight. Mel, Lori, Cindy, Arlene, Mo, Jeff, Trudy,
Hey, Rabbi,
Richardson's. Yeah.
I just want to make sure you have plenty of room on your phone to take beautiful pictures so we can
Oh,
see.
yeah, don't worry. We have Scott we also have a wonderful camera. So there's
That's
plenty,
great.
a lot of memory. So there's no problem, right, Scott? There's no running out of memory for
Good.
that's for sure. Scott and I went over it, so there's plenty of memory. There's no worry about running out of space. Thank you, Lori, though, for the concern. When I come back, it'll be shortly. We'll have in memory of your parents, the bonfire. So if we can only keep this weather 80 at night.
Yeah.
It's sort of a little crazy, but whatever.
Well, good Shabbos, everybody. Rabbi, have a safe trip. Have a
I
good
will
trip.
be going to the Kotel next Thursday afternoon. So if anyone has something, I know I'm picking up from Arlene. If anyone else wants to write something out for me, I'll be glad to put it out. So you have all the way up until next week, until Thursday, to send me something, and I'll be glad to put one in for you. in the note.
Okay, well, you have a safe trip.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate everyone's good wishes.
Thank you. Rabbi,
safe
safe
trip, Rabbi.
travels.
Yeah, safe travels.
Can't wait.
Thank you, Cindy, in New Jersey there.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, y'all.
Miss you, brother.